I want to tell you a really personal story of how Bite-Sized Pieces has affected me as a lesson and as a life, and how it's helped me. And it's the story of the morning that I found out that Benjamin died of a drug overdose. And this was 15 years ago, and my mother happened to be with me. It was the middle of the night on a Saturday night, about 4 in the morning, and my phone rang, and it was my dad. The first thing he said was, "Can I speak to Vivian?" I walked into her room to start to hand her the phone, and she was already sitting up in bed, I remember, and she turned on the lamp, and she was reaching for the phone already, as if she kind of knew what was gonna be on the other end. And I handed her the phone, and then I started to become more awake, and I started screaming. And I remember hearing her say, "Jimmy, I've got to get off the phone because I have to take care of Buffy." And by this point, I had kind of dropped down to my knees in front of her, and I was grabbing her clothes. And she put down the phone, and I could see that she was trying to collect herself, and I was losing it. And she said, "Benjamin died." And I already knew before she said it, and I was screaming, and she put her hands on my shoulders, and I said, what do we do now?" And she said, "Go make your bed." And I did. I got up and went in my room, and I remember making my bed and smoothing out my covers. And then I didn't know what to do. So I went back to her, and I said, "What do I do now?" And she said, "Go take a shower." And I did. And I remember washing my hair in the shower that morning. I still remember this, thinking how stupid it was, but doing it anyway. And after my shower, I went back to her and I said, "What do I do now?" And she said, "Pack your suitcase for the whole summer." And I did. And these step-by-step directions kind of put together our early morning. I don't even think it was light yet. And we cleaned up my apartment together, and we waited for our flights. We were both in shock, and I think we were both trying to exist and to breathe in this in this day, recognizing that he wasn't with us anymore. And it was a horrific story of loss that started to unfold that day and the days to follow. But the lesson that came in from my mom on that morning has been the most profound of my life. And it's made something so big seem possible. And the hours turn into days, and then the days turn into weeks, and the weeks have now turned into years. And those small steps in bite-sized pieces, I'm still standing on that teaching every single day. Later, a few weeks after Benjamin died, I asked my dad what he had done when he found out in the middle of the night before he called us. And he told me that he shaved. In the middle of the night, he shaved. And then he waited until the mall opened the next morning. And he drove to Dillard's to buy a suit because he didn't have one. And I guess that we have to do something. It's primal. When your heart breaks into pieces, we have to take one step.